What's going on YouTube and cryptocurrency family? My name is Harry and I'm the Crypto Vet. Thank you for tuning back in. Bitcoin is at a crucial spot right now to see if we are going to continue to keep going up. But there are some things in the chart that I want to go over today that could suggest that we may be consolidating a little bit longer, potentially dropping a little lower, and that this could be the time for altcoins to take off. So if you like that, you want to keep hearing my mediocre content on cryptocurrency and the charts, please hit the like, hit the subscribe down below. If you haven't already, follow me on Twitter at XRP Veterinarian, and links for Discord, Twitch, and everything. All the other goodies are going to be down below in the comments. But let's go ahead and get started here. If we head over to CoinMarketCap, I'll go ahead and hit the refresh. Right now, market cap's at 1.7 trillion for cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin dominance sitting just below 61%. We can see we kind of have some mixed signals here, a little bit more red than green. But still not the worst in the world. We do have a bunch of alts pumping right now. Cardano and potentially Doge looking like they could be moving here. If we head back to Twitter, we could see that for the past couple of days here, Mr. Elon Musk has been talking a lot about Doge. And this guy just likes talking about Dogecoin, so turn the light down a little bit since I have the window directly on me. But just a quick look at Doge, we could see here that Doge has been in this giant symmetrical triangle, and it looks like we have broken to the upside, maintaining this uptrend. So we could potentially be seeing a large pump for Dogecoin. But just something to take a look at. If so, there would be targets of upwards of almost 12 cents. But for Cardano, if you're following in the Discord or in my previous video, we were in this descending triangle pattern here. We did fall below it, bounced up, got above, and then all of a sudden, boom, we shot all the way up to $1.28 here. And this is on Kraken. So the target for this breakout would be up at $1.56, but of course, it's all going to depend on Bitcoin and other things. If there's a big crash, we could see it, but definitely keep an eye and hodl Cardano, in my opinion, with at least a price target at the all-time high of around $1.46. Or maybe slightly higher, but personally I'm holding on to Cardano for the long term, so I don't plan on taking any profits anytime soon, but just keep an eye on it here and see where this goes. But let's go ahead and head over to Bitcoin. The big thing I wanted to talk about in this video today was the fact that there are some bearish things going on with Bitcoin. If we look here, we've been pumping, has consolidated a little bit, pump, consolidate a little bit, then we got a little bit above it, and then we were rejected right at about 62,000, and we're currently trading at around $55,000, $56,000. Now the question is, are we going to keep going up, or are we going to start coming down now? Well, I want to talk about both scenarios. Right now, lots of interest, more wallets, crypto or Bitcoin's getting taken off the exchanges, showing that there's not as much being sold at this time. Miners are not dumping as much as they were before. So there's a lot of signs saying that, we are potentially going to keep going up. We also just had $1.9 trillion of stimulus signed into law last week. Every time this has happened, a bull run or a run to the upside of at least 15 to 20% at minimum has occurred. But something else that is happening is we also have some bearish divergence showing that we've maybe run up a little bit too high, a little bit too fast. We can see right here we have our price going up, top, and a top. And we can come right down here and we have our RSI going down, down, and down. So this here is bearish divergence that is currently present on the hourly or on the daily time chart. And this here is not the best news here, because typically when we have this, we are going to have some correction that will take at least days to recover from. So if I switch this to the weekly, we can also see that it's present on the weekly. So meaning that it could take weeks to play out and actually reset before we go to the upside. And the reason I bring this up is the last time that we saw this exact same thing happen on the daily again, this is back in 2017 here, back in May, or beginning of May. We can see that we had a high, another high, and then not quite much higher, but a little bit higher of price action. Let me zoom in just a tad here so you can see this a little bit better, but we have a high, and then just this little bit of much higher, similar to what we have currently going on right now. And I could also, zoom this back and just put another little bitty circle here, but just for this demonstration, So showing the same thing on the RSI. RSI is slowly going down for the exact same period of time. And let me get rid of these here. Oops, hold on. So I can just show this a little bit better. So at the same time, again, we're having this bearish divergence, a drop in the RSI, but at the same time, we're having an increase in the price. So what happened in 2017? We had a drop, and this drop occurred after we hit the second high, came down around 30%, a typical correction that we see in Bitcoin. But then the bull run wasn't over. It just took a little bit longer before things started to go up. It took about a month after we had that extra top. So if we come back to where we're at now, damn it, this thing always does that. Come back to where we are now, we have our second top. So potentially we could have about 30 days before we actually head to the upside. And that would give a chance for the RSI to make its way down, come back up, set a new peak, and for price to consolidate further. And during this time back in 2017, it's exactly what happened, as well as a mini alt season in a sense occurred where alts increased in value due to Bitcoin dominance dropping at the same time. But it was not the end of the Bitcoin run to the top. It came back up, set a new high at around 5,000, came up, set a new high at around 75, and then ultimately all the way up to 20,000, which was the high that we have been fighting to break through during this bull market that we eventually did. So what does that mean? What it means is I think we are now going to potentially consolidate a little bit for potentially a month, maybe 2 months, but it's not the end of the bull run. Price will recover from here, but just be cautious with longs at this time. Could this theory completely be 100% wrong? Absolutely. I think this could be the cycle that's different. This could be, the super cycle that people are talking about, but I'm seeing things that happened in 2017 during the middle of the bull cycle. Doesn't mean that it could potentially happen again. So just something to look out for. So as of right now, I'm waiting to see what happens. This year would take a little bit of time to play out. March is typically a bad month for Bitcoin, has been in all of Bitcoin's history. So right now, I said I would just be very careful with some longs. Again, this is not financial advice. I am just a doctor/idiot. But we'll just have to see how this plays out. And if we move into the short term right now, we can see Bitcoin did get rejected, fell back into our original pennant here, and is finding support on its 4-hourly uptrend. Zooming into that a little bit more, we can see this uptrend on the 4-hourly. We have our top resistance, we have our support line below, and we've got this measurement here. So if we were to drop below this, we could potentially be dropping down to as low as 37,000, which puts us right back to where we were before. If I throw the VPVR on there, that would put us below the point of control, which typically, if we drop below that, we are going to see lower prices. But just as much as we could go down, we could go up. And if we were to go to the upside, we could see if prices upwards as close to 80,000, but I would expect our price target of 70 to 74,000 much more likely. So just be cautious with Bitcoin, and that's pretty much all I got on it for you right now. As far as Ethereum, within the same exact pattern, followed just like Bitcoin, got rejected, came back down, is now back into its symmetrical triangle here. If we drop below this, I would expect prices to go back down. We didn't quite meet our price target from this breakout of this first ascending triangle that we had. So I would definitely wait to trade any Ethereum at the moment. But the good news is for XRP is it did break out of its trend, came all the way up to 52 cents, and now is trying to confirm the 20 daily exponential moving average. If it does confirm above this on, say, a daily close later tonight, I would expect over the next week to see higher prices as we slowly move to the upside. As far as news going with the SEC lawsuit, there is Brad Garlinghouse's and the Ripple team's lawyers are now requiring that the SEC give them the information on why Bitcoin and why Ethereum are considered securities or not securities, and why would XRP potentially be considered a security. So, and they're saying that that's not relevant to this case, so we'll see how that litigation comes to fruition, but I definitely think that things are moving forward with the case. We are breaking out of this very large pattern, and the last time that we got above the 20 daily exponential moving average, we can see right here that we shot up above it, came back down, took about maybe a day of staying above it, and then the shit just took off. So here we are, we shot up. Now we got to confirm that we're above it. So potentially I would say by tomorrow morning, we could see prices for XRP being above 60 to 75 cents. Now, I said don't bet the farm on it, but I think there is a very high chance that within the next day or two, we will see XRP move to the upside if it can hold above the 20 daily exponential moving average. So that's going to do it for today. I will be streaming later this evening, probably 5 to 6, maybe 7 p.m. tonight on Twitch. So if you want to come and hang out, ask questions, learn about Bybit trading, play some games, I'll see you there. Have a good one.